What's up, BitConnect?
What's happening? BitConnect. Hey, it's Crypto Fitsky. A lot of people texting me, emailing me, calling me today about Bitcoin dropping. Do not panic. This is what happens. Look back a couple years at some of these charts, and you'll be able to see that BitConnect will lead, then BitConnect will fall. And that's why it's not healthy to look at your coins to the dollar. You want to look at your altcoins to BTC. And I'll give you an example. So you can see that Bitcoin is down to 17,345, just above 17 on this one. Some of them it's below 17,000. So I feel and I think there is a shift back to altcoins, which just means anything other than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down 8%, was down 10%. You got some other ones up. Ethereum is up. Bitcoin Cash is up. IOTA, Cardano, Litecoin was up not too long ago. EOS is up 33%. Some of these are up 100%. So you got to pick the ones that you believe in. When they go down, you buy more. When they go up, you're happy. So again, altcoins will ebb and flow. And if this is a time when altcoins are going to raise compared to Bitcoin, then you want to lessen your stance, lessen your exposure to Bitcoin. Not all of it. You can't time this perfect. But when Bitcoin was 18,500 to 19,000 per coin, I liquidated half of my Bitcoin holdings and put more in altcoins. I put some in Litecoin. I put some in Dash. I actually sold my EOS when it was up 50%. I still have some, just sold half my position. You can see a lot of these are actually coming back down now. I want you to see this Augur. Augur wasn't even in the top 100. It was actually up over 100 when I sold it. I bought this at 35. When it gets a 3 times, I'm going to take half off the table. So it was up over 100%. I sold half of it. And again, some of these you can just see. Again, you got to do the right one, pick them. I would stay away from all these 0.000 things just because they look cheap. Doesn't mean they're going to go up. Still buy the big ones. If you don't have any Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin as it gets lower, because guess what? If people were buying this at 18 and 19,000, you should like it a lot better at 17 and 16,000. Buy some Ethereum, buy some Ripple, buy some Litecoin. So I want you to show you a chart. Let's look at Ethereum and let's look at Litecoin. And then you'll notice that Litecoin is trading at $335 a coin US dollars. Don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to how it trades to Bitcoin. That's why this is here. It is now up to 0.1968. That means for every Litecoin is worth 0.01968 Bitcoin. And it's up almost 8% against Bitcoin. And you want to trade these. And so when you're looking at these charts, let's show something that's realistic here. When you're looking at a 1-month chart, the US price that you're used to seeing is this green line. But more importantly, look at this orange line. And you want to know when it's rising compared to Bitcoin. Because as these Bitcoin ebbs and flows, and you can see here that Litecoin used to be at 0.013 to Bitcoin. And it went down because Bitcoin was going up, and it got back to that 0.03 a couple days ago. So that's where, if you're looking at charts and it does that breakout, that's more important than the US dollars. And the blue line is just the market cap as it goes up. let's go back a little farther. And you can see during the summer when the altcoins were going up against Bitcoin. And then when Bitcoin ran in August, September, October, November, they didn't do as well. So don't panic. But if you're exposed with a majority of Bitcoin in your crypto account, you should lighten some of that. Because this is at 17,345. It could absolutely go down below 17. It could go below 16. Because let's look at this trade. If you don't have this website, it's called tradingview.com. It is great for cryptocurrencies. And this is the 1 minute chart, which may be a little too narrow for most of you. And you can see it got down to 16.8. And the volume picked way up. So there's a lot of buyers in here. And it's actually had a nice rally from 16.8 to 17.5 or 475. So a nice little run back up. But let's get some charting analysis and let's look at that. Because you want to look at an overall trend. When this thing was back to 18.5, you can see the severe downtrend. There are a lot of people that are lightening their holdings or selling their Bitcoins and exchanging it for other cryptocurrency or other altcoins. So you're going to get this slow downtrend while this transition, while this shift is going on, and while people are taking their Bitcoin and buying altcoins. And then, of course, anytime it drops 1,500 or 2,000, you're going to get a lot of buyers in here. So this would have been a good place to buy it. At 16.8, 16.9, great time to buy. It's still in this downtrend from this arrow. I think we get 17.5, maybe 17.6. Then it's going to start selling back off. This thing could easily end up between 13 and 14,000, which is actually good news because then we get to buy more. Anytime Bitcoin drops 1,000, you should be buying it. So let's go back to look at a 5-day chart. You can see at 5 days ago, this thing was trading at 15, 16,000. So it's run up a ton. So pulling back to this is expected or healthy, not an issue. And if you look at the 1 month chart, this thing was trading at 8,000. It's more than doubled. So pulling back even 1/2 of that is something that's possible. You can see that there's really, really strong support here at 13,000. And if it broke 13,000, that would be a bear signal and not a healthy for the market. But even somewhere between 13 and 14,000, which I don't expect it to get to, but if it gets somewhere between 14 and 15,000, all that is an incredible buying opportunity before this thing goes to 50,000. So don't panic. You should be investing so much every week into this. If you're saying, hey, I'd love to put in $10,000 into this, don't put $10,000 all at once. Put $1,000 every month or $200 every week. And if it goes up, you're happy. If it goes down, you get to buy more with your $200. If you're not familiar with it, Google dollar cost averaging, and you get to buy more when it goes down. So don't panic. Bitcoin is here for the long term. But if you want to play the altcoin rally, then start scaling out of some of your Bitcoin and buy some of the other coins. Don't panic. Buy and hold, and let's make lots of money.